Hello, Super Mexican. Let's take the easy way down. Thank you, George. I've had Jasper for about over 2 years now. He was my first breeder rat I got. Because I usually brought rats from the pet store, but he was the first rat I got from an actual breeder. Because they don't usually have, you know, Siamese rats at the pet store. I was actually looking today on my local Facebook rat group, some new rats to adopt. Cause they make me pretty happy to take care of and look at. Alright, I couldn't figure out how to get down here without suicide jumping, so that just works. Yeah, George, I've been owning rats since I was like 8 years old. I've always really liked them a lot, and I obviously know how to take a lot better care of them now. But I just don't like how short they live for. That's the only thing that makes me sad. I named Jasper after a character in Dragon Quest. Yeah, that's why I got breeder rats, because they live a lot longer and you know more about their genetic history compared to just getting random rats from the pet store. I'm just grinding for loot and doing some quests right now. I'm working on some old world achievements and unlocking the allied races. So I never got around to actually doing that when Battle of Azeroth came out. I was actually thinking about getting chickens, because I always wanted like a chicken coop. But my dad told me it would be a bad idea because I would be super sad when they died, because there's a lot of predators around here, like cats or dogs or foxes and raccoons, so they probably would have gotten killed by something like that, and I agree with him. Yeah, chickens are really cool. I heard a lot of good things about them. They're also quite cheap and easy to take care of, but you probably need to spend more like protecting them. I think you read that you need like a big cage and stuff to protect them from predators. Yeah, that's why my dad basically told me chickens wouldn't be a good idea because predators get to them pretty easily, even experienced chicken owners. But I thought it would be a cool idea. In my biology class in high school, we had a chicken that was growing up there. And it was a bit weird because I've never seen a chicken like in mid-growth before. It was like my first time seeing like a middle chicken. I've never seen one before like it. I've only seen baby chicks and adult chicks. Someone here actually had a pig in their yard. Found that pretty cool. I don't think I want to eat pigs though. When we had a dog, we actually got a bigger fence in our yard, but I'm not quite sure if it's big enough to keep predators out though, because we have what's those cameras called? Those porch cameras people always post videos of. We've caught raccoons and foxes walking across our porch, so I don't think that stops them much. But I'm hoping when I'm older that one day I'll be able to live like somewhere with a big farm so I can own a bunch of farm animals. But maybe not in the suburbs. Chickens are also pretty good to have if you have like a garden in your yard, because you can just take the manure and just like throw it into the garden area and feed your plants. Apparently farmers buy that stuff too. That's because I was doing some research on chickens because I really wanted them. And Nah, that's how I heard that you can get rid of it. Just throw it in your yard, or farmers might buy it from you. We have a pretty big garden in our yard, but it's pretty outgrown, and I'm not quite interested in standing in 100-degree heat, cleaning it up. Oh. I was mainly intrigued by how cheap chickens were to take care of, because usually farm stuff in bulk is a lot cheaper, because I've been to Tracker Warehouse in my area, and because I go there to buy bedding for my rats too, because it's a lot cheaper to just buy farm bedding, like for horses and chickens, than like, you know, like rodent branded stuff, because you know it's usually priced up a bit. It's the same thing. And I saw they had a bunch of chicks and ducklings there. And then the coop was pretty cheap too. It was about I think about $300 for the coop. I don't know how much the chickens were though. Yeah, I heard about that too. I only heard that you need to like deep clean your cage like once a year. And I was really surprised when I heard that, because I've always owned rodents my whole life, and usually I have to spot clean my rat's cage every day. Like I'll take like a little scoop and scoop out like the soiled bedding in their cage, and then once a week I'll clean their cage. And then once a week I'll empty out their litter box too, because you can litter train rodents like that. I have 3 boys in there, so it gets a bit poopy. So having chickens doesn't seem that high maintenance compared to what I do already for the animals I have. Just going out every morning to fill their water or food. That's about it, I think. I mainly eat plant-based foods, but when I buy meat, I'll try to buy turkey sausage, because turkey's a lot cheaper than chicken and stuff. Because well, I don't know why. I think turkeys hit maturity faster than chickens. I'm not sure how it worked, but turkey sausage is usually a bit cheaper. And I still have a 22-pound turkey in my freezer from Thanksgiving last year. Because it's a lot of meat to cook, so I just haven't got around to cooking it yet. So I need to think of some recipes to use 22 pounds of turkey for. Oh yeah, when I was younger, I went to some house party with my parents, and um they had like a little room in their house, and they had the baby chicks like underneath the heat lamp and stuff. I almost forgot about that. That you need to raise them in your house for a bit. Oh yeah, the turkey's still good. I probably need to cook it soon though. I think it can last about 8 months in the freezer. It's definitely been about that much long, but I'll probably figure out something soon. And that 22-pound turkey, it was about I think about 60 cents a pound, so it was quite cheap. I've never seen meat that cheap before. My my friend used to have chickens when I went to her house, but they didn't like people near them. I'm trying to figure out how to navigate this place. I really don't like it. Uh, uh. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how she raised her chickens, but they ran away whenever I tried to get close to them. In my state, you need at least an acre of land to own chickens, and people are actually trying to get the change that because you don't really need an acre of land to raise a chicken. There's like YouTube videos of people with backyard chickens you can just literally raise in like a shed. So there was also that issue too because my family didn't want to get in trouble for having chickens if we didn't have an acre. Yeah, if your neighbor like finds you annoying enough, I can imagine they can report you for having chickens in your yard if you don't have an acre. But that just seems really petty to me, but I imagine someone would do it. I mean, I've seen someone with a pig in their yard before. I haven't seen it since, but I don't know if they were like fostering it or something. But I imagine a pig's a bit different because maybe you can keep it inside the house compared to chickens. You can't really. Yeah, George. Like I said, yeah, chickens definitely don't need an acre of land. I'm not sure why a law like that exists in my area. I forgot if it's for counties. I think it was for counties. Like separate counties had different laws that said how much land you need to have chickens. So that's even a bit weirder. The last time I was playing, I was farming meat for to level my cooking profession. So I got a bunch of meat in my bags. Still need to get more. My server's pretty small, so I can't really buy it from the auction house because it's not enough to buy. So I was just farming it. I'll probably go back to doing that. But I think in the new expansion, I'm not sure if they're gonna include it in a patch. They're gonna make the auction house like server wide, so that really helps small servers because we'll be able to buy ingredients for professions and stuff easier because we don't have that supply in our own server. So I'm looking forward to that because it'll make playing on smaller servers a bit easier. Because you'll be able to buy more stuff from the auction house. It might be a bit cheaper too. We got pretty lucky for where we live. We have a big yard compared to the other houses, so I really like that. I really like having a big yard and being near the water and stuff. I do live next to a major highway though, but I kind of feel bad for the houses that live like right across them because I can't imagine it's a nice view, especially with cars like honking and stuff. Yeah, to get to the water, it's about a 5-minute walk for me. Sometimes, well, I'm not gonna walk down there when it's super hot, but when the weather's cooler, I really enjoy walking down to the dock and just sitting there looking at it. Reptiles are really easy to take care of. I have a snake. You just really have to put a heat lamp in there, a heating pad, have some sort of thing to track the humidity. That's about it. I know snakes only eat about like every 2 weeks, week and a half, depending on if they're hungry or not, but reptiles are definitely really easy to take care of. I don't know about other reptiles, but at least with snakes, they don't even pee. Well, they do pee, but most of it is like in like a block. So it gets like crystallized inside of them and then they pass it. So it's like no liquid pee. But I have been peed on by a leopard gecko though, so those things definitely pee. Yeah, if you're looking for a low maintenance pet, definitely don't get any rodents because their pee, if you don't clean their like you have to clean your cage at least once a week, like clear out the soiled bedding and stuff. And ideally every day you'll want to like spot clean the cage. But yeah, because ammonia will build up in their cage and that will make the animals sick and then they'll stink a lot in the house too. So you have to clean rodent cages a lot. So reptiles are definitely easier. They don't poop like every 2 seconds because rodents are like pooping machines. They poop whenever they want. Thank you so much, Supa, for the donation. If you didn't know about hedgehogs, hedgehogs actually poop when they run. Yeah. So with a hedgehog, you need to clean their cage every day, at least their wheel, because they like to run on wheels, but they also will poop on the wheel while they're running. So if you don't clean their cage every day, that will build up, and then the hedgehog will get dirty too, because sometimes you'll need to clean the hedgehog because they'll be covered in poop from running in their wheel and then splashing it around. So yeah, they get pretty gross, but they're cute, except for that. But no one really talks about how gross rodents can be. So yeah, reptiles are a bit more ideal pet for some people. You don't need to get a poisonous snake for a pet. Ball pythons are really cute and there's different kind of patterns for them too. They're called morphs, but I just have the default ball python. They only get about 5 feet long, I think. Between 4 to 5. I don't know much about birds or how dirty they get though. I never really looked into that. I just know that birds live to be like 80 years old. But rats are pretty good at keeping themselves clean. They don't splatter poop all over the place when they run. Because you can litter train them. Some rodents can't be litter trained, but they will pick a corner to like pee in or poop in usually, but with rats you can usually litter box train them. So it makes it a bit easier to clean. But they're not as hard as I'm making it out to be. Yeah, rodents are pretty cute, but they're poorly treated a lot sometimes. Because kids just walk into the store and see a cute hamster and they want it, but then, you know, the parents are the ones that end up taking care of it. And then people buy those like small plastic cages for them. When in reality, you can just buy them what are they called? Like a plastic container, like a 65 gallon or something, and cut a mesh in the lid, and that's a cage for a rodent. That's all you need to do. You don't need to spend like 70 bucks on those tiny plastic cages. Just get a bin cage. They're called bin cages, that's what they're called. And they're way cheaper and easier to clean too. I kind of wanted a hamster. I have space for one, because all I gotta do is just get a bin for it. And then cut ventilation into it and put a mesh over top of it. And it would be a lot easier to clean than a rat cage too, because I can just pick up the bin and dump out the dirty bedding. I can't do that with the cage I have for my rats. I have to scoop it out and then wipe it down. So hamsters a bit easy to take care of, but people treat hamsters badly and don't really know how to take care of them. That's not true, George. My rats will... I used to have a platform in my rat cage, but I had to take it down because they would pee all over it, and then they would lay in the pee, and then they'd be wet, and I'm like, why are you wet? And they were just covered in pee. So yeah, they definitely still poop and pee where they sleep. But generally, yeah, they'll pee separately from where they like to lay down at. But they will still poop and pee where they sleep if they can. I've had a guinea pig before, but you need 2 guinea pigs. If you have 1 guinea pig, you need another guinea pig for it because they're social animals. Usually their cage setup's a bit different. I think it's like similar to like how you would set up a rabbit cage, because they're pretty big animals. So you would need to like dedicate like a small section of like your room to like have the guinea pig. I would recommend guinea pigs as long as you get another one to keep it company. But you can't really train a guinea pig or hold it like you could with a hamster or rat, so that's the only downside. I mean, you can still hold them and like pet them, but not like to the degree of rats like climbing all over you and stuff and on your shoulders. Yeah, Nick Sabi, I always wondered how people let their birds fly all around, because don't they like poop everywhere? Like I see them like hanging out in their room or their shoulder in the bathroom. I'm like, well, where do they soil at? Do they like poop where they want to? I can imagine poop being all over the house. Oh, you can still hold a guinea pig. I'm just saying, like, it's not gonna crawl all over you like a rat would. Because that's why I like rats, because they, like, climb all over the place. Guinea pigs are, like, flat. Oh, really? Birds actually, like, poop everywhere? Like, when I see those videos of, like, people with their birds, like, in their house and stuff, there's actually bird poop all over their house. I already really hate cleaning up cat barf from the carpet. Like when my cats barf, I pray when I hear them hacking that it's not on carpet, because it's really hard to clean it off the carpet. So I couldn't imagine having a bird flying around pooping and then having to clean it up from every like type of surface known to man. When I was younger, I always begged my parents, oh, I want a bird, I want a bird. And they said never, because we had cats and the cats would bother it, but it changed a bit as I got older. Any pet you never have that you'd like to own at least once? I've always wanted ferrets. But ferrets also have a lot more health issues, I think. Because they're so long and their stomachs are like kind of messed up. Like I wouldn't recommend looking up the anatomy of a ferret. It's a bit messed up. So anything they eat could clog their digestive tract and can really mess them up. And I think if you get anything like rodents, you need to make sure that you're close to an exotic vet, because regular vets can't take care of them. But I always wanted a ferret because they live a bit longer and they're long and they look fun to play with. But you'd have to let them run around the house too. But we have cats, so I don't think that would work out. My cats, they have absolutely no prey drive at all. Like, there was like a fly, in front of my cat's face and she didn't even do anything about it. It was just buzzing around. So yeah, the cats don't bother my rats, but obviously I wouldn't trust, like, letting a rodent run around on the ground with the cats in the house still. Yeah, Ren, I really love animals a lot. I love taking care of them. I like making it a part of my routine when I wake up, make sure to spot clean the rat's cage, give them water, give them a snack. fill up my snake's humidifier, then give my cat some treats to eat. So I really like taking care of them. And then you're rewarded with them being cute. I wish your cats had a bit more prey drive, because then they'd catch like the moths that get in the house and stuff. Do some raid finder. Yeah, all of my cats we rescued from outside. They were strays. But we did adopt one cat from the shelter, but all the cats we ever had were we found them outside. We have outside cats here. And one day we found a dead mouse in our driveway, and I assumed that a cat left that there for us as a gift. Or that an eagle dropped it, like it was something they caught, accidentally dropped it. I'm not quite sure which one it was. But it's also dangerous to have outside cats like that, because if that mouse got into rat poison and then the cat ate it, the cat would be poisoned too, so that's also like a hit or miss thing. Shouldn't really keep them outside like that. Yeah, I don't like it at all when people keep their animals outside. I just, there's really no point. Because they can get attacked by a wild animal, a dog that got loose, and then they can get into something that will hurt them. So it's not a good idea. If you don't want your cat in your house, just don't get one. Don't endanger it by letting it run around outside. I have a friend who lives in Florida. Their cat isn't an outside cat, but they do let it stay on the porch, and it catches a lot of iguanas, so I think that's cool. So I feel bad for the iguanas. Yeah, some cats they usually stay in the yards. They don't really go any further. But like outside cats, no, don't let them stay outside. Not that long ago in my area, there was a kid that poured gasoline on a cat and lit it on fire. And that was an outside cat that someone had, so that's another reason to not let your cat stay outside. Yeah, we have some people in our area. Their dogs are always outside, like on a chain, like all the time, even in hot weather. And I'm confused by all these people that get these animals and just leave them outside. What's the point? Just don't get an animal if you don't want it or want to be involved in it. I wonder if it survived. I'm not sure. It happened when I was really young, so you know my parents probably spared me from the details, but that's all I know. It was someone lit the cat on fire. Oh yeah, my cats really love the sunbathe. We have on our steps right in front of the door, the sun shines through, and I like it when they sit in the steps sunbathe, and it's really cute. Yeah, we've lost a number of dogs and cats to traffic accidents. Yeah, you also have that too. Like, some people will purposely, like, drive over animals if they see it because people are that bad. Oh, I gotta switch to the tank spec. Yeah, that's really scary. I'm sorry you almost got hit. A lot of people are, they speed a lot around the alleyways and stuff like that. And we have a school near us too, so that's a bit more dangerous. These people are really inconsiderate. I have two dogs, but they're not here. They're at my mom's house. One of them is really old. She has arthritis. But our other dog, he doesn't like to poop on concrete. So we have to take him out for like a little walk. One of my cats before she passed, she turned blind. I'm not sure how, but she still managed to get around. She would bump into walls sometimes.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Shut up, fool!
Yeah, we don't have any dogs here, but I really like seeing the dogs when I go to my mom's house. But I think I might be a bit more of a cat person. We have a German Shepherd and he's a pretty big baby. My mom's other dog is a mutt. Not quite sure what she is. I still like dogs, but I like how cats are a lot more chill and they just poop inside the house, so.
Shut up, fool!
My favorite dog breed is Shiba Inus. I've never had one though before. I don't really have a favorite kind of cat though, I like all cats. Yeah, if I were to get a dog, I would probably buy one from a breeder instead, because I don't think there's any Shibas in shelters. Mainly, all the cleaning I do in the house is just cleaning up cat hair, because there's always like a thin layer of cat hair on everything. That's usually what I have to do every day. Like I'll take like a, because you can just dry wipe it. Like I'll take a paper towel and then just wipe the surface and a bunch of hair will come off. So I can't imagine how much worse it'd be with a dog, because an experience with my mom's dogs, they shed a lot. Like you have to sweep up the shedding. Yeah, meme dog. Yeah, the meme dog is a Shiba. But I also like how like hyper they can be, because they talk a lot too, like huskies. Yeah, cat breeds aren't. They're not really different. They're all kind of the same. My friend said he wanted a cat. And he told me what kind of cat he should get, and I just said cat, and he's like, what? Like, what kind of breed should I get? I'm like, cat. He's like, what? And I said cat, and he just said cat in return, because yeah, that's basically it. Just go into a shelter and find a cat you like, or just go outside and pick one up. Yeah, if I had a favorite kind of cat, it would be I like the curly hairs and I like the Siamese ones. imagine hairless cats get pretty cold. I don't think I could get one. They're probably expensive too. We just spent like 10 minutes on that boss fight and we wiped last second. They don't get cold? That's good then. I see people put sweaters on them and stuff. I also like hairless rats, but I'm a big fan of the patterns rats have, so I don't think I want a rat without a pattern. For hairless cats, probably around like $800, $600 I imagine, or maybe like $1,200 like the nicer breeds of hairless.
Five, four, three, two, one.
I think I heard cheetahs are the only big cat that can meow, and caracals, caracal, those big fat cats, they're the easiest to domesticate. The big the easiest big cat to domesticate, like the big floppa meme cat. I don't know about cheetahs though. I don't know if anyone else has seen the video, like the guy that slept with like cheetah for a night and they all piled on top of him. It's easy to look up on YouTube. Just look up sleeping with cheetahs or something. Oh yeah, I love the caracal. I still don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I follow a bunch of pages for them on Instagram. That's about the only thing I like Instagram for. It's just looking at cat stuff for memes. Yeah, animals are pretty cool. I like to, when I'm bored, I like to watch a bunch of random stuff, especially when I play Warcraft. And apparently, when they first discovered the platypus, when the guy brought up his findings with another scientist, they thought it was a joke because of how weird the existence of the platypus is. Because it's a mammal that lays eggs. I like knowing a bunch of like random facts like that about animals. Yeah, with cheetahs too. Like humans back then when we had to hunt for food and stuff, we could outrun a cheetah because like of our sweat glands and stuff like that, so we had more stamina to run longer. So that's basically how we survived, just playing on computers now. Obviously I don't think many people could outrun a cheetah now though. Yeah, I think it's the male platypuses that are poisonous too. They have like little spikes on their feet that'll inject you with poison. But the females are okay, I think. I heard it's just super painful, the platypus poison. I forgot the exact like thing that happens, but like you feel pain for like weeks, like this one it stung you at. Yeah, all the cute videos you see at platypuses are probably female ones. Next hobby, I'm sure there might be a video of someone getting stunned by a platypus. Maybe, I don't know if you know about the, what's his name? Coyote Peterson? He always gets stunned by like a bunch of like random animals. So, he might, voluntarily gotten stunned by one. It's not fatal. I'm not sure if it is or not actually. I just heard the pain like sucks a lot. There's actually a plant, if you touch it, it will give you pain for like years on end. I think you just look up most painful plant, it'll just pop up. But you'll feel like spikes of pain coming out from that spot you got stung at for like years. I got the highest roll. Is there treatment for it? No, I'm not sure if there is or not. I just remember hearing that little factoid. I actually recently just watched a video of Coyote Peterson getting bitten by like 100 mosquitoes. I was really desperate on figuring out how to make the bite stop itching. Oh yeah, I'm somewhat allergic to mosquitoes, so when I get bitten, they get really swollen and itchy. And then like when it starts to heal up, like I'll get like scabs on it and stuff even if I didn't scratch it open, so they just suck for me to get. Yeah, I get mosquitoes in my house sometimes. It's usually when I open the door and they just fly in and sneakily bite you. So it's a bit annoying, you know, get bitten in the own comfort of your house. I never heard of a type of grass that does that before. Squirts liquid and then makes you itch. Do you wear like some sort of like special shoes then when you cut grass?
Shut up, fool!
Yeah, my dad pays someone to cut our grass because I don't think I could. I'd probably drop dead in the heat from exhaustion if I had to cut our grass. The yard is pretty big. I don't think he would trust me to either. Yeah, here, at least, it gets like super hot for like about a month, I think. But it's usually cool most of the year. I just really don't like summer. But, not that long ago, we got snow in April, which was really weird, because we've never gotten that before, at least in my lifetime. Yeah, I'm not outside much, so I'm not quite sure how hot it gets here, but It is in the hundreds. They say you can only take off so much clothes in the heat, but you can add how many ever layers you want in the winter. So that's why I always prefer cooler weather. Update on Basada. Goodness, what's going on? I live in Maryland on the East Coast. East Coast weather's a bit weird. If you say it in French, I think I'll understand it. I don't know French. My Spanish is so and so. I can usually understand it a bit better than I can speak it way better. I was at T-Mobile because my phone broke, and there was a very angry Spanish lady because the guy we were talking with was busy helping us, and he was the only other one that could speak Spanish. And she was like, "Well, go over there, Hijo, talk to that guy." And like the son was like talking to her about how he can't because he was helping us. And they had to talk to the guy that could only speak English, so it was a bit weird because I could hear her get angry and understand her.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned the son was translating for her. Oh yeah, the Maryland flag only state that can sell merch of a state flag. Yeah, I agree. Flag stands out quite a lot. I have Maryland pants, but that's about it. No, actually I think I have a hoodie too, and a shirt. It's like the Maryland flag is like sickly like over designed. Yeah, most of the flags are just like blue flag with like weird crescent in the middle. That's about it. George, are you gonna get crabs this year or have you already? Where I live, my grandparents, they don't want to get crabs because our the water near us is polluted. We have a what's it called? The I forgot the name of it, but it's like contaminated in the water, and my grandparents don't want to buy crabs because they think the crabs are gonna be contaminated too. Oh, waste treatment facility, that's what it's called. That processes all the waste, and they weren't doing what they were needed to do, so it leaked out into the bay. Like people like finding like feces and stuff in the water. My grandma's like, well, I don't want that on my crabs. I told her most seafood goes through water, so like you just wash the seafood, it should be fine. Oh yeah, once you see the Maryland flag, you'll remember it for the rest of your life. It really stands out. Oh yeah, I'll just eat food with microplastics. Yeah, seafood already has microplastics in it because the fish will get into like the plastics that get into the water, and then it'll be inside them too. So some people might actually find plastic in their cans of food and stuff. I think I've seen that before online. Me and my roommates went to at some point. Yeah, I never realized how expensive crabs were because, you know, they've been buying crabs ever since I was a kid, so I never really thought about how much they cost, but it's like $100 for when they get it, and I never knew that. But it's a nice treat to have. I think we get about 3 dozen crabs when we do get crabs. Get the whole family down there and share some crabs. doubt we have microplastics in our lungs. FF7 victory theme out of nowhere? Oh, that's an add-on I have. When I defeat a boss, I'll play that theme. Yeah, something I've noticed in other countries is the food is a bit cheaper. I got my hair done, I think about over a week ago. And I was feeling a bit hungry afterwards, so I went to some vegan smoothie shop. And I looked at the menu before I went, and I saw an acai bowl that I wanted to get. I went there and got it, and it was like the size of my palm for $12. I'm like, well, I thought it was a bit bigger when I looked at the menu. But whatever, I just ate it. It wasn't that good. It just tasted like one I could make at home, but I just wanted something quick to eat because I was hungry. But I felt really gross with myself after spending $12 on something no bigger than my palm. Good, thought I was hearing things. No, this is my add-on. The thing is, I've ordered from another vegan diner before, and I got a bigger smoothie bowl that was only like $8, and it had way more in it. So I don't know what they're doing there, selling little bowls like that for $12. Getting scammed for paying that much? Yeah, I've heard of tourist traps in like other countries too. Like diners like tourists will go to and they charge like $30 for like microwave like pasta. Because they think it's fancy and stuff, but it's really not. But I don't think I went to a tourist trap, it was just overpriced vegan stuff.
Shut up, fool!
Yeah, I live in Maryland, but I'm about half an hour away from Baltimore City and about 40 to an hour away from DC. And I'm not sure how the prices are up there because I've never been to DC before, and I get made fun of for that because they're like, well, DC's only an hour away from you, and I'm like, well, I've never been there before because no one feels like driving through Baltimore traffic and then DC traffic. It's a bit scary. But there's a cat cafe up in DC I really want to go to because I've owned cats my whole life, but like I said, we rescued them from outside, so I've never held a kitten before. So I really want to, because you can play with the kittens at the cat cafe, so I always wanted to go there.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I have a dumb question. They were updating the races in Battle. Do you mean allied races? Yeah, they added allied races in Battle of Azeroth, but no, they haven't updated the original mounts. I don't think they will. But there are updated versions of the mounts that exist. Like in Mists of Pandaria, there's a Griffin mount that just looks like a visual upgrade of the default Griffin mount. But no, they haven't. I don't think they will, because some people really like the nostalgia of the old mounts. Yeah, that's why I've never been to DC or Baltimore, because I can't drive anytime soon, so the only way I'm able to get to places is if I can be driven by my family, so no one wants to drive up there, so I've never been there before. The closest I've been to Baltimore was just the outskirts, so that's about it. My family really hates driving in the city, so it's just not gonna happen, because they're not experienced with driving down there. Like, my mom will legit get a panic attack if she has to drive near the city, so it's just something that won't happen. And my father can, because he used to live in cities like that when he was younger, but he's always working, so it would be hard to find a time like that to go down there to the cat cafe. But I told him about it and he said maybe, so it's something that might happen. Yeah, I haven't been out of state in a really long time. I just usually stay where I am. I'm at most like travel like 20 minutes out to go somewhere like a mall. Just not much to do. And I don't really have anyone to take me to go to places, so just like being here. Staycation? That's a good word, I like that word. I'll start using that. Well, I mean, everything I like to do, I can just do in my house, so I don't really need to go anywhere. But I'm saving up a bit because I want to adopt 2 more rats, and I might have to travel up near the border to pick them up when they're ready. I'm really excited for that. Oh yeah, more friends for Jasper, yeah. Jasper's getting a bit old, so it's making me a bit sad. But I really want some new rats. I'm like happy thinking about it. I used to have a little friend group I played League with years ago, but you kind of split apart. Cause League's a lot more fun when you can play with people you're friends with. They took away rep for the allied races. They did. You just have to do the quest lines now for them. Right now I'm working on the Nazjatar quest line for the Mechagnome. I unlocked the rest of them, but the Nazjatar quest line's gonna take a while for me to complete because it's like time gated. So I've just been working on that each day. And then I'm leveling up a horde character to unlock the other allied races too. Because I'm also collecting achievements too and mounts. So when you hit level 50 on a allied race, you get an achievement in the armor set, and then you also get the mounts for them too when you make one. So I'm working on that right now. Oh yeah, I never play League alone now. I don't really either. At most I will play alone when a new battle pass comes out and they have a skin for a character I really like, and that's when I'll just spam ARAMs. Do any of your rats given birth? No, I buy from breeders, so you can't breed them. You need permission. You need to let the breeder know that you're buying rats to breed. And they're boys too, so I don't think they really can. But no, I just get boys. When I was like in middle school, I played a lot of League, like early high school. I don't know how I played it that much.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I unlocked 3 allied races. Both sites have great lore. Yeah, the only one that's a bit iffy to me is the Void Elves, because that seemed a bit random. Because we've always wanted High Elves for the Alliance, but I guess that's just their way of giving us High Elves. Cause I don't remember Void Elves ever being a part of like the lore. I've never ranked in League before. I mean, I got the bare minimum. I would get gold just so I could get the season awards, but that's about it. But League is really the only PvP game I play. Yeah, I could probably rank in League if I wanted to. Like, I could totally cheese it just by playing like an enchanter support, but I have a bit more dignity than that. I like to play what are they, Guardian supports like Leona and Thresh and Rakan, stuff like that. I unlocked both elves and Light Forge. Yeah, they're pretty easy to unlock. You just need to do like a short quest line. It's a bit weird you can become a Death Knight as a Light Forge Draenei though. Rakan is Rakan's the champion I have the most points on. I played him a lot for support. Lamel, Giga Chad, Enchanter, haters only. No, I don't hate them though, but I feel like they're a bit too cheesy. I like putting a bit more effort into my support in. Well, I mainly like to play jungle and support because I just like being helpful, stuff like that, like stunning people and ganking them or helping people. So Mountain Tauren, I need rep, but I did the quest alliance, not show hard. No, you need to do the quest line on Horde. You don't need the reputation to unlock the race. You just need to yeah, just do the quest line. I'm pretty sure that's all you need to do. It's just a really long quest line. My last other streams, I was just working on getting the fat human race, and that was quite a long quest line to get through. And with the quest lines, they make you do dungeons or raids, but now you can skip them. You can just tell the NPC that you don't want to do the dungeon and you'll be able to continue the quest. So they made unlocking the allied races easier. Love support because of that, helping everyone, bring utility. Yeah, that's my favorite part. Because I like the reason why I play tank in Warcraft is because I don't like it when other people do it. They don't do it the right way I like it, so I just like being the one to do it. I moved on to ADC because no one else could play well. I wouldn't do that though. ADC spit too much of responsibility for me because you're last cannon, so I'm not really good at it. It's just that I'm not really used to last hidden minions anymore because I play support and jungle.
2, 1.
They also get a rush like crazy as ADC. I get that rush as support when I get a good hook. I love assassins in League. I like playing them sometimes too. I main Kane for jungle, and you can take on his assassin form, but I mainly I use his Ross form instead because it's tankier. I was a Night Elf Hunter at level cap. I played a bit in Battle of Azeroth, but I never did much endgame content, and then I didn't do anything in Shadowlands either. So this is the first time in a while I'm actually dedicating some time to Warcraft, just because I just never felt like doing the endgame content. But I'm excited for the new expansion though. I plan on getting into it and playing it. I've always played on my Night Elf Druid. It's my favorite race and class. What I miss? Not much Super Mexican. I'm just working on some raids right now. I don't know if you caught my thanks for the donation. I saw it. remember terrorizing my friends with Teemo support. Oh yeah, I really hate Teemo, but you just have to kill him a lot before he gets those shrooms. That's why Diamond is played with one-trick ponies. Yeah, that's basically what I heard. That's why I don't like playing ranked, because people just get to high ranks just playing the same champion over and over. So you can't really choose out of your comfort zone with ranked. Especially if you get autofilled, because then you'd be going against one-tricks. I feel like I'm being called out. I can't help that Talon's the only fun character to play. And like, no, it's not. It's not exactly a bad thing to like only be a one-trick pony, but it's just what I said. Like, you can't really go out of your comfort zone and rank because everyone else is also playing their best champions.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The people who play Elite, do you remember Disco Nunu? The revive and then the ghost spread, whatever the summoner spell's called. I remember that. Me and my friends did years ago, we did like a troll like game and we all had like revive. Have to go get a new PC if I hope to come back to WoW. Yeah, WoW is pretty buff right now. Like, the game's like 80 gigabytes, so I'm surprised by how much space it takes up. That's the joy of one-tricking. I don't really one-trick. I have a pretty decent pool of champions, so I don't know if that counts as one-tricking or not, because I can actually play a few other champions. I found League in like 2011 because it looked like Warcraft, like the original Warcraft games. So I was quite a baby when I first played it. But season 3 and 4, those were my favorite seasons. The old rune system? Oh yeah, it was terrible. I played League for like several years before that, and I still never saved up enough money to get my rune page filled out. It was so terrible, but I'm happy with what they have now. Oh yeah, I remember all the troll rune builds. That was really funny. I sometimes really miss old League. This boss is not hard at all. It's not. We've wiped 3 times on it. It's really not hard at all. First get into the league and buying attack speed on Garen. That's funny. It's kind of like how with old League, with the tutorial, it makes you build Thorn Mail on Ashe, and that's not something you ever build on her. I'm not familiar what's in meta right now in League. I only play ARAMs. I don't really feel like dealing with Summoner's Rift anymore. It lasts way too long. I miss old dragon. I miss it too, but I'm not familiar with the new dragon, like the Hex Tech one. I have no idea what's going on with that.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Yeah, ARAM is really fun. It also teaches how to macro too, because you have so much to pay attention to on the map, and then it teaches you how to work with your teammates too. Like, I think it's really helpful to learn how to play the game a bit. Like, you're obviously not going to learn the same way as you did if you played Summoner's Rift, but it does help you a lot with experimenting with different champions and stuff like that, and then like improving your macros too. Like, people have told me like I'm pretty cracked at the game, but I just told them play ARAM, bro. Because ARAM will help you learn how to dodge stuff a lot better, help you experiment with champions, and then work with teammates too, like wombo combos. I enjoyed the lane in phase a lot. Yeah, it's the opposite for me. The reason why I like ARAM so much is because there's no lane in phase. Like, you don't need to wait like 20 minutes to like actually have the team fight. Like, ARAM is constant team fights. And that's why I like it, because there's always something going on. But with Summoner's Rift, you have to wait so long. Depends on your rank. Yeah, I mean, I haven't ranked in a while, but I'm a bit knowledgeable on the game. So like, lower ranks, they don't know when lane in phase ends. Like, when you take a tower, like you switch to mid lane and push that and stuff. People don't know how to push lanes and stuff like that. Especially in lower ranks. Low elo is crazy. Yeah, it is. Like, people will complain like they don't deserve their low rank, and then you check their match history and it's just terrible. Like, yeah, I think you're in the right spot. start your rank because that's where you're supposed to be. Yeah, some people will rank pretty quick, but then they hit like a plateau of what their like real rank is, and they call that hard stuck. At that point, I think some people just make a new league account with fresh MMR. I like League a lot, but investing time in rank is something I'd never do. Like the output you get from investing the time into it isn't like satisfying in my opinion. I have to get ready for work now. Thanks for coming along, Supa. Like playing, like, you know, at least with like other competitive games, like like maybe fighting games, at least you don't waste like 40 minutes of your time and only get like 5 like points up higher in your rank. So that's just why I don't think it's that fun. Unless you're a psychopath or something. Alright, I need a little break after that. I'm gonna make some oatmeal to eat. Alright, got some oatmeal to snack on. My real trackers wins. There's no real incentive for succeeding. Yeah, basically, League has this achievement system now, I think. I don't know how it works though. People like improving and getting better. I don't think the improvement aspect in League is as noticeable because like I said, you could invest 40 minutes into a game, but like you don't get much out of it other than losing points or gaining points. So there's like no like prominent like indicator of like your skill level besides your rank. I used to get tilted at League when I was like 12 and playing it, but no, it doesn't make me angry anymore. I just mute people. I don't know why people who are already having a bad day decide to play a competitive game. But I've been a big fan of League since like 2011, so I'm really happy with all the new stuff that's coming out for it. Do you see yourself doing better in lane? Yeah, when I played Thresh, I was really good at hooking stuff and helping my EDC, but there's only so much you can do to increase your rank because you still have 4 other people on your team. I almost never chat. I chat sometimes in League, like just to bring people up, like their spirits and morale, but I haven't played ranked in a while, so it might be different. The worst part about League is I think some people use it as a form of self-harm because I really don't know why. Like, some people get really toxic. Like, if you're having a bad day, just don't play League, please. My goodness. Yeah, it's a bit hard to stay positive in the chat when people start really getting toxic, and then like the opposite enemy starts to get toxic too, and they exchange very harsh words, so it's a bit hard. Oh, but I love it when the other enemy gets toxic. Oh, yeah, that's because you can kill them while they're typing out something angry to you. That's the funniest part, when you kill someone while they're typing. I really want to practice ADC in League, but I don't want to play ADC and disappoint people. People aren't really that forgiving. I think the League streamer culture has made it more toxic. I agree. I definitely agree. I'm not a big fan of League streamers that much because a lot of people yeah, look up to them and watch them and then like replicate their behaviors in game. Though I don't think there's any streamers that are advocating for you to be nice and play nice with others. I have a few streamers I like because they're not toxic. Yeah, I agree. I actually get really bad secondhand embarrassment when I see people being toxic. Like why are you acting like that? The streamers don't moderate their chats. Might be because there's too much to moderate. They can't catch everything. It's not like you can give someone online like a stern talking to. I know Asmongold, he showed like a picture or video or something of a woman, I'm not sure what it was, and of course like everyone in the chat was like saying like really rude things, and he actually called out the behavior and told him not to act like that. So that's the only thing I can recall of like streamers calling out like their viewers like that. Promise will never be toxic on your streams. I appreciate that, thank you. I'm not sure what there is to be toxic about. Yeah, I don't really watch other streamers that much. I only really watch like, what's it called? I only watch it when they record the streams and upload it to YouTube. That's the only time I actually watch. But there's very few rare times I actually watch streamers. But I watch some other Warcraft streamers. Just mainly because I like talking about World of Warcraft, so it's nice talking to them about that. But yeah, the Warcraft streamer I watch, yeah, he only has like 30 viewers and stuff like that, so it's a lot easier to talk about WoW with him. VODs, yeah, that's what they're called, thank you. I've watched big streamers before, like Soda Poppin and XQC, and is that what you mean by super big streams, like the spam in a chat all the time? Because I don't think I'll ever get to that point. Because even channels with like a few thousand viewers, I mean, you can still keep up with the chat. Maybe your message would be missed or something, but yeah, it's still like legible. It's not terrible. Because some people just lurk, they don't talk. I think it's like, if you have like 100 viewers, only 10 of them will talk. And then only like 1 will like care enough to subscribe or like give a donation. I think that's the ratio I heard online for like creators. So like if 100 people like something on your profile, about only 10 will care enough to like click on your profile and look at it. Maybe, and then like only like 1 will like follow you or something like that. So I assume that's how it's like for bigger streams too. Like you may have a lot of viewers, but only like a small percentage is actually willing to interact or talk. I used to follow every person who posts through Twitch and League chat. I played a game with someone actually before, and they posted through Twitch there, and I followed them and was looking at it while I was playing the game. But they were also being toxic to me, and they're saying, "Oh, what's this support doing? Oh, this guy's an idiot." So that was a bit awkward, hearing them you know, talk like that. Oh yeah, that was a bit embarrassing. Imagine posting your channel to your teammates just to flame them. Yeah, it was awkward. It kind of made me feel a bit down. I thought I was doing okay, but it's just people being toxic. Yeah, I don't know why you would flame your teammates as an early streamer. I just don't think they care. That's all. Yeah, they're just imitating other League streamers. Yeah, everyone wants to be the next big League streamer. But big League streamers are also a bit toxic, so maybe that's their intentions. There's this one Twitch I checked out. I kept a tally of his banned accounts, and he was at 9. I really don't like stuff like that. Wow. I don't understand it. Like this center and stuff around being toxic. Only the chill ones get to mid-size. Yeah, that's because it's entertaining for people to watch other people get upset. For some reason. I don't know, I just get really bad second-hand embarrassment seeing people get angry at a game like that, so it doesn't really entertain me. Like that I Show Speed Kid, I think his name is, that Talk to Talk and Ben, whatever the name of it is. People loved stirring him up. That's how, like, people saw him. like looking at a train wreck, you can't help but look. I don't know, maybe it doesn't apply to me. Yeah, it's just not my thing. Yeah, that the I Show Speed kid, I've heard he's playing a character. But I like to imagine he's not actually like that in person, but some people get a bit caught up with it. I just hate the thing that goes on in the internet. It's like the only viral stuff is just people like getting upset, stuff like that. Like making content out of, you know, upsetting people and stuff like that. I heard streamers are really nice in person. I imagine they are. I don't think all streamers act like that though. Just a few wild bunch. Most streamers are okay in simulate interactions, but they're really bad in other aspects. Yeah, I'm not familiar with all that goes on in the streaming stuff. I know a lot of people collab with each other and stuff like that. They're usually friends with each other, but that's just from what I've seen. Type of content I grew up with. Yeah, I was a bit similar, like watching like rage quit videos and stuff like that. I was a bit similar in that aspect. I still find some of them funny, but like actual like rage quits like against games, not like multiplayer games. Rooster Teeth had a series called Rage Quit, and I really liked that when I was younger. So I don't think that's a really good example of it. Still definitely prefer YouTube vid and documentaries over streaming. Yeah, I do too. I still watch streams sometimes when I do something. Like I'll throw on a Warcraft stream. Sometimes even while I'm playing Warcraft, I'll watch Warcraft. Just because I like Warcraft that much. Or just hearing someone talk in the background. That's what I like too. best friends play, Rooster Teeth. Yeah, those were my to-go channels when I was younger. I also liked the Game Grumps too when I was younger. Those are my favorite. The stream is nice when you find someone that's actually involved in the community. I imagine that's why people like VTubers a lot, because I know VTubers are pretty close with the community and like all the memes and stuff like that. I've always wanted to make a little like VTuber avatar, but I'd probably have to commission someone to animate it for me or just figure it out myself. Is Game Grumps still good? I have no idea. I haven't watched them ever since, you know, JonTron broke away from the group. I still watch JonTron once in a while, though. I just remember being really sad of the news when, JonTron left, I think. And that was about the last time I heard anything about them. They went downhill. Oh, that's kind of sad to hear. I agree that they always played like a bunch of unique games. That's what I liked about them too, playing like random games. Like the Xbox Live games too were kind of funny. Yeah, I heard some drama going on with JonTron. I never really looked much into it, 'cause, I mean, he still made good videos, so I didn't really find it that much. basically like a 4chan gamer, dude. Yeah, that is a bit weird. He apologized. I'd have to look into it later, cause to me that felt like it was a few years ago. Like, it doesn't feel like it happened recently. At least I think so. Ever since I graduated from high school, it just feels like, you know, the days and months blend in together, so something might be from a few months ago or something, but no, it wasn't. I have so much trouble remembering when stuff happened. Yeah, I feel the same. No definite schedule or other work days, weeks coming together. Yeah, that's why I try to make a little schedule for myself and make some routines. And I usually write in a diary too, so you know the days don't blur together so much. I have a hard time remembering my age out of school. You're not that old, only born in 2000. I wish I could get medication for my ADHD. Yeah, untreated ADHD is like very terrible. It is really that hard to get. I'm really sorry for that. My mom had undiagnosed ADHD, and she tried my medication, and it actually made her quite depressed because she could have felt a lot better being treated all those years ago. Her life could have been maybe a bit better. There's some days I don't take my ADHD medication because I just want to make sure I don't build a tolerance to it. Like I can do most things without it, but it helps a lot. Like with studying, keeping focus. Make it a diary. Yeah, you should. It's really good to journal what you do every day. It helps improve your memory too, like being able to recall what you did during the day and stuff like that. I prefer to handwrite my journals too. It's just handwriting's a bit better, more therapeutic. There's a certain charm to writing it by hand. Yeah, that's my point. I also write my meal plans and grocery lists by hand too. It feels like you remember it better. I'm not sure like the science behind it. Keep up with my schedule because I hold the pen. I don't understand. Why can't you get HD medication? You need to write something down to get it? I have Wizuno's doctor's handwriting. Well, if you can read it, it doesn't matter as long as you can read your own handwriting. I'm going to end the stream soon, and I'm wondering if I should heat up some leftovers for dinner or some ramen I got. Or maybe I'll keep on playing until I get enough for my cooking profession. I'll cook in Warcraft and then cook in real life. My handwriting is awful. Yeah, when I started journaling, I actually practiced my handwriting a bit better because I used grid on paper to write on, so I would try to write neatly in the proportions and stuff like that for my handwriting. Because I write in like half print, half cursive. Eden in game, Eden IRL. Yeah, I'm planning on exercising a bit after I'm done, so I'm gonna get something in my stomach and then do some stretches for a bit. School made it seem like we'd be using cursive. Yeah, my grandma made fun of me because I couldn't write in cursive, and I told her, well, we last learned how to write in it in like first grade, so that was quite a long time ago, and we haven't really learned it since, because she thought they didn't teach cursive in school anymore, and like, no, they do. It was just like right after kindergarten though, so not many people remember it. I don't remember my school telling us that cursive is important. I do remember them saying that teachers are going to be more serious in high school though and stuff like that. But no, it was about the same. Teachers were still pretty chill. I mean, they weren't any more serious. My signature looks different every time. Yeah, mine too. I don't even want to look at what my signature is on my ID card. It probably looks like something completely different than I write now. Never had a teacher tell me though that my handwriting was too bad to understand. I've never been told to correct my handwriting. I think maybe like once on an English assignment, the teacher might not have been able to read something, but I think that's about it. I don't think my handwriting's terrible, but it is a bit messy. They say people whose minds think too fast, that's why their handwriting's messy, because they think faster than what they can write down. I must be thinking pretty fast. Maybe. Boomer handwriting's worse. Oh yeah, I can barely read my grandparents' handwriting. It's crazy how much my ADHD has affected my life. Yeah, it does. It makes you depressed, it makes you feel anxious, you can't focus. It does affect you a lot more than what some people make it out to be, because people just think ADHD is like, oh, a hyper kid, but no, it's a lot deeper than that. You can practice handwriting. That's what I did. My handwriting used to be a lot worse, but doing the journals and writing in the grids helped my handwriting a lot. So you don't need to be stuck with bad handwriting. Having bad experiences with medication, I choose to wing it. Yeah, some people don't need medication at all to treat their ADHD. Like, they learn enough coping techniques and ways to, like, think about things and learn, so they don't really need it, but some people do. It's just really up to you. And if you also have an anxiety disorder, ADHD medication can make it a bit worse too, so I can understand why you might want to wing it. I'm at work who wants some pizza. I definitely want some pizza. And some hot wings too. I don't know if all pizza places carry hot wings, so. We got wings as well, that's really awesome. Now you're making me hungry for some wings.
Shut up, fool! I'm almost done collecting this meat. How can farming get done in this world with such an invasive well, that's why I'm killing them. They also dropped the meat I need for my the thing I'm doing, so. It's also weird because I'm playing as a druid, and druids actually don't like kill animals. But it's funny because you genocide countless species on Warcraft. Is World of Warcraft always in conflict? Well, I mean, the game is called World of Warcraft, so yeah, there's always a bit of conflict. But the Horde versus Alliance conflict isn't as much of a thing anymore, because with every expansion the Horde and Alliance have always teamed up to like take down a greater evil. But now they're bringing out bringing them together more now. Like now in Warcraft, you can group up with the opposite faction and talk to them. So that's a thing now. The Grimdark universe of Warcraft, there's only pest people. Yeah, there's some funny quests in Warcraft where you don't really feel like you're the chosen one. You know, cleaning up poop. There's a few poop quests in Warcraft. Waiting for the United Nations of Azeroth expansion. Actually, there's races that aren't even from Azeroth. Like factions outside of Azeroth, like on different planets. So that's pretty funny. Alright, a few more pieces. You know, if I didn't have AHC, I wouldn't be able to do something like this, killing a bunch of the same mobs over and over, just so I can get something for my profession. Takes being built different to do some things. There we go. I only have enough now. If I didn't have AHC, I would be able to complete the Ankh shield. Oh yeah, that takes a while. I was playing Terraria and I didn't get to finish that. lot of streamers that have AHD, successful ones at that. Yeah, when you said that, I thought of XQC immediately because that dude definitely has something going on. Farming less than 1% drop items. It's just fun sometimes. Maybe, like I said, one of the pros of having HD is you can really fixate on the same thing for a while. So the farming is a bit easy that people would find too boring to do. There's some things that even have like a 0.03 chance to drop, so you have to kill a lot of things to get it to drop. Staying up till 5 a.m. to farm items. Yeah, I don't stay up that late anymore, but I know that feeling. Just farming for stuff all night. Better your character. think I'll take a break now. So thank you for coming along and talking to me.